State emergency responders say they're prepared if the Ebola virus were to make its way to Louisiana. And we are live in DeRidder for the continuation of our This Is Home Road Tour.
Warmer weather sticking around today, but we've got the humidity, and that's leading to quite a bit of fog this morning. I'll have a look at your forecast coming up.
Now, in high definition, sponsored by Nissan of Lake Charles. This is 7 News Sunrise.
It's Wednesday, October 8th. Hello there, I'm Charlie Haldeman. John and Brittany will join us momentarily, but first, meteorologist Ben Terry standing by with your weather.
All right, Dan, and we're looking at a little bit of a warmer morning out there. Of course, the humidity continues to increase, and that's increasing the problems of visibility. We've had fog that's been settling in over the past couple of hours, and it's really become thick out there. Looking at temperatures, they've just about reached the dew point, which means the relative humidity is pretty much at 100% across our area. And that, combined with the calm winds, is setting up the stage for perfect conditions for visibility problems this morning. We've got down to about a quarter-mile visibility from Oakdale, DeRidder, all the way down to Lake Charles this morning for the commute. That will be your only issue on the roads out there, as temperatures will start off in the upper 60s and hold into the low 70s throughout the next couple of hours. Still looking at a beautiful shot of the total eclipse going on this morning. It should be coming out of that total eclipse stage here this half hour, so we'll begin to see the light come back to the moon. We'll keep a track on that for you and have updates throughout the morning.
It's amazing how many people have gotten up earlier than they normally do, or they claim that they have, to watch the blood moon in the lunar eclipse.
Yes.
Surprised about that. Here's an irony at work here. You know, our road, This Is Home Tour.
Yes.
It is in DeRidder, which is known as a railroad town in the Kansas City Southern Line. John and Brittany standing by in front of that old caboose as a train passes by, and I don't even know if they can hear us for the noise there in DeRidder, but it is a special edition of 7 News Sunrise. Good morning.
Good morning. We do actually hear you, Charlie, and we thought it was right on cue at exactly 6 a.m. The train started rolling through downtown DeRidder. We are here for our second installment of our live This Is Home Tour as we go to each parish we serve across Southwest Louisiana. And this week we are in beautiful Beauregard Parish.
Every Wednesday this month you'll see us live in a different community as part of KPLC's 60th anniversary celebration. We'll be here today for 7 News at noon, 5 and 6.
So this morning we're at the Beauregard Parish Museum in DeRidder in front of the antique caboose. We'll be talking a little bit about that and some of the other exhibits at the museum.
Also coming up in this half hour, we're going to talk about the Myths and Legends byway project, the historic Gothic jail in DeRidder known as the Hanging Jail. There's been quite a debate about that.
We'll be talking about that, and in our next half hour, we'll also be talking to Mystic Planning with the city of DeRidder about all of the great events here in town. We'll also learn some of the history of Beauregard Parish as more special guests join us here.
First, though, as we embark on a brief history lesson of Beauregard Parish, we begin with the amusing way that the parish got its name.
Local historian Ron Roberts, who also serves as mayor of DeRidder, explains.
Well, originally we were part of Imperial Calcasieu Parish, and in 1912 the courthouse in Lake Charles burned, and many of the land records from surrounding areas were lost. And many of the land records from what is now Beauregard Parish were lost. So the citizens decided they should have their own parish. And so Imperial Calcasieu was divided, and we became Beauregard Parish. And there was a fight early on as to whether the parish seat should be in DeRidder or Singer. But DeRidder finally won. Now, as to why it's called Beauregard, well, the politicians weren't particularly interested in naming it, so they turned that over to the local Ladies' Garden Club. And General Beauregard, although he never set foot in Beauregard Parish, and he never was in this part of the state, had no affiliation with this part of the state at all, but he was a rather handsome gentleman. And if you see his photographs today, he was a good-looking man. And the ladies thought, well, he's dashing, so we'll just name this Beauregard Parish. And that's how it happened.
Well, I never really knew that. So, and you were correcting me, you don't want to say Beauregard.
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 Never boring.
Never boring
in
in Beauregard.
Parish, but
right.
Beauregard.
Good way to remember that. And coming up later in the half hour, we're going to take a look at the origin of DeRidder's name. And not to ruffle any feathers, Mr. Roberts will attempt to put to rest what he calls confusion over the true heritage of this area. So you don't want to miss that.
No, definitely not. And as we mentioned earlier, we are live at the Beauregard Parish Museum. Right behind us is the vintage caboose. And here to talk more about the caboose and the museum is James Hanchy. James, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
It's a pleasure to be here, and welcome to Beauregard Parish.
Well, thank you so much. I don't have any bias at all about what makes Beauregard Parish so special, but we went through the museum just before we came on this morning. Some fabulous exhibits. Tell us about, if you've never checked it out, why should someone come through?
Well, you can see the Presley's magnificent pump organ from Sabine Parish, as well as Judge Stewart's painting of departure of his granddaughter that was located in their lovely home across from the First Methodist Church in 1863, when the girl dropped it dead at the age of 19 from a heart attack after receiving the telegram that her fiancé had been killed during the battle at Antietam. And then on the north wall, it's quite lovely.
Quite old, too.
Oh, yes, sir. It was
18...
completed in 1867.
Wow. There's just a lot of interesting artifacts in there. And, of course, the doll museum, the Lois Lofton
Mrs.
Doll
Lois
Museum.
Lofton's collection of over 8,000 dolls are at the other end of the museum. Yes, ma'am.
Fabulous. So the different items that you have on display, those were donated by different people
by
through
various
the years
families
in
over the
Parish.
years in the 18th and 19th centuries.
Fantastic. A lot of, do you still have the hair rollers? I always think of Britain.
Oh, yeah, we even have a permanent...
Like a 1930s permanent.
There's even a permanent wave machine.
Oh, a wave machine. Maybe we should start calling it that. Some fabulous dresses, too. A buggy
yes,
as
indeed.
well.
There's...
Everything has significance.
We have Mrs. Terry and Mrs. Palacia pictured in period costumes from a fundraiser after a donation from the Civic Center, which was the first one built in the United States, as a matter of fact.
What are your hours here, James?
We are open Tuesday through Saturday from 9 in the morning until 4:30. However, on Saturday we do close a bit early, normally at 3 p.m.
Okay. And it's really worth coming out with the whole family. You can learn a bit, not just about Beauregard Parish, but Southwest Louisiana in general. And then, of course, we have the vintage caboose here, too.
There were only 2 stainless steel cabooses made, and we managed to get one of them.
How'd y'all do that?
Yeah.
Big talking.
Sweet talking.
Nice.
Okay.
Can you go inside the caboose?
Not at this moment. The fire department is remodeling them, and there are some sharp objects that will have to be covered. We don't want anyone injured.
Keep the sharp objects away from us.
Yes, sir.
James Hanchy, thanks for being with us.
It's a pleasure to join you all. Thank you for coming to the museum.
Thank you so much, and thank you for brewing us some coffee
You're
inside
quite
the
welcome.
beautiful museum.
Have a nice day.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, before we go,
yes,
we have to give you a
James?
gift. This is a Sunrise Coffee
Merci
mug from our
beaucoup.
team to yours.
Mercy Burr Cups. Yeah, good
Thanks
deal.
so much. Now, it's located in the historic district of DeRidder, the Gothic hanging jail. It's been vacant for 30 years.
But plans on what to do with it remain unclear and the focus of debate. Here's KPLC's Erica Ferrando.
Good morning. This old Gothic jail in DeRidder, also known as the Hanging Jail, was built in 1914, exactly 100 years ago. It was shut down in the 1980s due to safety issues. Since then, nothing has been done with it. It's been sitting here vacant. The Beauregard Parish Tourist Commission has been pushing for something to be done with this old jail for years. It's owned by the Beauregard Parish Police Jury, but for now they say they don't have the funding to do anything with it.
We would love to be able to have it open for tourism. It is a landmark. People come and call from all over the continent, at least. I know we've had people come from Canada and to see the building. So, I mean, it's historical. People know about it and want to come and see it. So we hate to not be able to share it, but it's just not safe.
So for now, this historical building sits here, but community members are hopeful that one day it will be opened and brought back to life. At your service, Erica Ferrando, KPLC 7 News.
All right, very good and very interesting here in downtown DeRidder, so be sure and check it out.
Absolutely. Now, if you're heading to DeRidder today, or maybe you're driving around, you might see a little fog. We certainly dealt with that
Just a
on our
bit.
way in.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the studio and check in with Charlie and Ben, the forecast and today's headlines.
All right, Ben
Exactly
Terry.
right about that. And I heard talking about the high humidity. We've got the fog out there with temperatures now in the upper 60s, but a warm-up is on the way. We'll take a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Ben. If the Ebola virus turns up in Louisiana, actually, am I in the wrong place here? No, is it trivia time?
Answer time.
Trivia time?
Yes.
Thank you. What was the year of the execution that gave Beauregard's hanging jail its name? Well, that's the question we asked. The answer, 1928. Today's winner, Bonnie Landry from Carlos. You win a Sunrise coffee mug, a Bacon Clubhouse sandwich from McDonald's, and tickets to see Disney Junior Live at the Civic Center October 16th. I think we're in the right place.
Yes.
Yeah. Coming up on Sunrise, a look at some of the events going on in Beauregard Parish this month, and we'll head back to DeRidder as our This Is Home tour continues. 6:10 on 7 News Sunrise.
Happy 60th anniversary, KPLC. From Steamboat Bills and DeRidder, this is home! Woo!
The KPLC 7 News Sunrise Trivia is sponsored by the Calcasieu Parish Police Jury.
Don't dump it in the ditch, don't dump it in the road. If you dump it in those places, you will make my head explode. Dump it in the east, dump it in the west. Dump it at the dump site that you like, I like the best. Free dumping, free dumping. If you like your dumping free, you like him and me. Free dumping. Dump your trash at these 2 free dump sites in Calcasieu Parish. Free dumping!
It's Billy Navarre Honda's October Super Sale. Get 0% for 60 months on select Hondas. Plus, get 2 years, 24,000 miles free maintenance on every new Honda at Billy Navarre Honda.
What are you doing?
Fixing the light, hon.
But you know nothing about electricity.
Oh, it's easy. You just take this wire and...
I'll call Mr. Electric.
Why would you trust anyone but a qualified electrician to work on your house? Call Mr. Electric. We do electrical right, the first time, every time. And since most service can be handled with our in-house inventory, Mr. Electric can save you time and money.
Mr. Electric, prompt service at a price you can afford and no mess to clean up.
Thanks, Mr. Electric.
Hey, how was work today? Are you ready for something different? Think about this. When you were renting an apartment, you were giving your money away every month, so you bought a home. When you work for someone else, you're giving those hours, ideas, and hard work away. It's time to call about a Janie King franchise and invest in yourself. Wait, you've heard franchises cost hundreds of thousands of dollars? Not for a Janie King franchise. Not even close. Call today to invest in yourself with the King of Clean. Call 888-273-5264. 888-273-5264.
Our border is wide open for illegal immigrants to cross undetected every day. Mary Landrieu voted against hiring more Border Patrol agents and even called a border fence dumb.
I voted for the dumb fence once. I'm not going to do it again.
No wonder Mary Landrieu favors amnesty and supports Barack Obama 97% of the time. Bill Cassidy supports a border fence, and he opposes amnesty.
I'm Bill Cassidy. I approve this message.
The 7 Storm Team Skycam Network is sponsored by Billy Navarre, the Lake Area's #1 volume dealer.
.613. Let's take a look at what's happening this week and over this weekend over the next month at Beauregard Parish. Coming up in a couple of weeks, Thursday, October 16th, local musicians will gather for Downtown at Sundown. The event is held at the AmeriSafe Pavilion, downtown DeRidder. Live music from popular local bands. Each concert is free. 462-8900 for details. Local chefs are sharpening their knives to prep for the 3rd annual La Cuisine de Beauregard Food Festival. It takes place November 8th, downtown DeRidder. Each chef prepares a different cuisine for hundreds to sample. You can watch the chefs and view the demonstrations for free. The Ragley Heritage and Timber Festival, Saturday, October 18th. Quilters will display old quilts, provide demonstrations. There are train rides, space rides, well, you get the idea, amusement rides, craft booths, silent auctions, clowns, face painting, food, music throughout the day, and an antique tractor display. 725-3444 for more details. On the Sunrise Day Planner, the weekend of October 25th and 26th, the 15th annual Four Winds Cherokee Tribe of Louisiana Powwow will kick off at the Beauregard Parish Fairgrounds. You can learn about Cherokee culture and history. Vendors will have Native American arts and crafts, great food offered. 825-8641, the number to call for details. And the City of DeRidder's annual Trick or Treat Trail will be held Friday, October 31st. That's Halloween at West Park, 6 o'clock. 462-8900 for details. Meteorologist Ben Terry has a check of weather.
Morning commute today. Fog will be the problem for us. Temperatures not too bad to start the morning in the upper 60s, but a warm-up is on the way. After the break, we'll be back with a look at your rain chances. We'll also get an update on the eclipse next in weather.
If you want to save thousands, shop Mark in October. The deals will absolutely amaze you.
Huge savings like a 14 Dodge Avenger SE with automatic air, satellite radio, Uconnect with Bluetooth, alloy wheels, keyless entry, and much more for only $15,995.
Huge discounts like $12,000 off a 2014 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorn.
And we have 0% financing for 72 months on select models. So remember, you'll always get more at Mark in Lake Charles.
Did you know that 40% of your home's energy loss is due to air leakage? Your money literally escapes into thin air. If you're building, remodeling, or just looking to save, you need spray foam insulation from Martin Insulation. Spray foam insulation stops air leakage, reduces noise, improves air quality, and saves you money. Call Graham Martin to upgrade your insulation today. Martin Insulation. Insulate and save some green.
When your tires need replacing or repair, do you have a reliable tire service to call? Get the 24-hour Advantage from Advantage Tire and Service. The team of Advantage Tire can handle every type of vehicle tire and get you back on the road. They even do tire replacement on backhoes, bobcats, and tractors. Advantage Tire carries tires for family cars, trucks, tractors, and more. See Tony Stelly and his team for new tires, tire balancing, and repair. Get the Advantage from Advantage Tire and Service. Highway 90 East. Call 433-2222.
Daniel, you ready to go camping?
Well, yeah, Gavin. Let's go through the checklist.
Let's check the water lines and fixtures for leaks.
Southern stocks all the plumbing fittings you need to get going.
Is the AC and refrigerator working?
I sure hope so. I hate to be hot or have hot drinks.
Southern stocks several models of ACs and refrigerators.
Don't forget to check the lights.
How many bulbs do you think we need? You know they burn out fast.
Southern stocks 12-volt LED bulbs that last up to 50,000 hours.
Let's make our first stop.
Southern Mobile Home and RV Supply.
Are you wondering which career path is right for you? Are you feeling stuck at your current job? There's more than one road to career success. Whether you're just entering the workforce or feel it's time for a change, you can learn a new skill and earn a good living.
Southwest Louisiana is growing and the need for skilled workers is too. Be part of the economic boom right here.
Ready, set, work. Learn more at allianceswla.org.
Now, your pinpoint forecast with meteorologist Ben Terry.
Welcome back. 6:17 now as we have our temperatures that are kind of opposite of what you would expect across the state this morning, where Lake Charles is right now at 69, Shreveport's at 71, Monroe at 72, even Alexandria a little bit warmer, just a sign of the change that's settling back in as we're getting that cooler air mass that we've had the past few mornings and beginning to see it come to an end across the area. Quite a contrast in temperatures, that is, from Oakdale down to Cameron this morning, where you're just sitting at nearly 80 degrees in Cameron, Oakdale at 65, and we've got 65 for DeQuincy this morning. So it's still comfortable feel out there, but that humidity not as comfortable as it looks, with upper 60s to right around 70, creating that issue with fog this morning. Calm winds still across our area, so visibilities have remained low enough to cause problems on the roads this morning from the I-10 corridor from Lafayette all the way to Beaumont. We've got reduced visibilities up toward DeRidder, up 171, up 165. All of the major corridors this morning are going to be dealing with that out there for the day. Beginning to see a little light come back over the moon this morning. We've been tracking this total lunar eclipse this morning. It's also the blood moon. Had some pretty nice photos sent in to us earlier there of that reddish tint to the moon, but we're coming out of the eclipse now. We should see the light back over the moon here as we go on into the next half hour. Day planning today looking like we will have a warm afternoon, upper 80s this afternoon. Today's the first day we're also going to be mentioning the possibility of maybe a shower or thunderstorm. Although rain chances stay minimal for us, the active storm track stays well to our north and to the east, so any rain that we see will just be heat-driven afternoon showers. One or two of those may develop by the afternoon hours of today there along the coastline especially. And then into Thursday, we're going to keep that possibility for just a stray afternoon shower or thunderstorm. For now, the rain chances stay only at about 20%, but that may change this weekend. A dip in the jet stream will push a disturbance our way by Friday. That should give us a little bit of a better chance of some afternoon showers and storms. Then, as we head towards early next week, there will be a front drop across the Central Plains. The problem is it may not make it all the way to the coast, which means for us, temperatures are not likely to drop off significantly behind that front, but there could be a little bit of a better chance of rain there as it gets closer into Sunday and Monday. For now, I'm going to keep the highs in the low 80s, maybe a little cooler morning or two, but for the next few days, not seeing a whole lot of relief from the almost summer-like feel back in the air.
That's all right.
That's all right,
We've dealt with it for months now.
Nothing new to us, right?
Hey, a special treat for all of you. You've heard her name on now for a long time when it comes to the Weather Watchers with Ben and Wade and the gang. We actually get to see one of them on camera.
Oh, okay, great.
We might as well fire that up now. Let's hear it.
Happy anniversary, KPLC. My name is Faith Poe. I reside at Singer, and I've been a weather watcher for over 21 years. And this is home.
I'm Mary Landrieu, and I approve this message.
Another bogus attack from Bill Cassidy. His ads against Senator Landrieu on immigration have been called false and ridiculous. Cassidy ignores his own record to inaccurately criticize Landrieu's. Mary Landrieu voted to double border agents and deploy the National Guard. And Bill Cassidy, he said people crossing the border illegally are not a threat. Bill Cassidy, TV attacks that are full of holes.
Do you still believe in your neighbors? Are you surrounded by a world where doors stay locked and windows shuttered? Where streets that once rang with bike bells and shouts have gone empty and silent? So how do you know who the good guys are? Well, consider this. Which sticker on your new neighbor's truck says the most about him? Inspires the most confidence and trust? A sports logo? A radio station? Or these three letters? Few symbols speak so clearly and proudly about what you stand for and who you are. A good guy. Someone who believes in community and country, who you can trust to act when others would not. We're the 5 million men and women of the National Rifle Association of America. And if you're one of the good guys too, join us.
I love lunch at Shea Cafe, but I always get the chicken salad. But today, I'm going to get something else. Ooh, that triple decker club looks good. No, wait, the grilled chicken croissant. Or maybe that wrap. Or I'll really change it up and get that baked potato with shrimp. No chicken, no shrimp. I wonder if they put the chicken salad in the baked potato. No chicken salad. I'll get the soup in a bread bowl.
What can I get for you today? The chicken salad, please. Oh, you read my mind.
At the Pediatric Center, we're all about growing families, and we're growing too, now with 3 locations. Plus, we have extended hours and same-day appointments, 7 days a week. So if you need to see the doctor, we'll get you in today. When it comes to the health care of your growing family, you have a choice. Ask for the Pediatric Center and come grow with us. The Pediatric Center, Moss Bluff, Sulphur, and Lake Charles.
We are back live from the Beauregard Parish Museum in beautiful downtown DeRidder, and we want to bring in Lori Darbone. She is Executive Director of the Beauregard Parish Tourist Commission.
Hey, great to have you this morning, Lori. And a lot of people have probably seen signs in parts of Southwest Louisiana with the Myths and Legends Byway. You know a bit about that. Can you explain to us what it is?
Well, the Myths and Legends Byway was created to attract visitors to the area. And the topic of our byway is the tales of no man's land in the neutral strip. It's a story that was untold in the area and we found was very attractive. And now we have 22 kiosks located throughout Allen, Beauregard, and Vernon parishes that a traveler can actually take in maybe a weekend trip or a day trip and explore each one of these areas. The byway is accessible from Highway 190, 171, and 165, so all three of these corridors are open.
And we're seeing some of the images from the old hanging jail to the courthouse. What are some other stops with the different kiosks?
There's one particular stop that's kind of close to my heart, and it's the Ohoy Cemetery and Nature Preserve. It's actually, we've created a butterfly preserve out of it, and travelers can go out there and hear the story of the turpentine industry and the movement of the lumber companies through this area.
A lot of people don't realize that there was a turpentine industry, and they'd go out and blow up, they'd get the pine knots right in the ground and bring them in and turn them into turpentine.
That is correct. You know, there's a lot of history behind the movement of how they would move from one area to the other area. There's a place called Ohoy and New Hoy, and there's a lot of stuff to discover there.
Fabulous. Well, there's a lot in store going into these fall and winter months across Beauregard Parish.
Yeah.
Tell us some of the events that people can check out.
This October, we have October the 18th, we have the Ragley Heritage and Timber Festival. We have November the 8th, we have the La Cuisine de Beauregard downtown. The first weekend in December is the Miracle on Washington Downtown Christmas Festival.
Right.
All these events are fun, and I think you guys, if you would come out for the La Cuisine, you would have a great time. There's a lot of good food out there.
I think so. Well, hopefully
keep in touch.
you have some good coffee, and we'd like to present you with a Sunrise Coffee Mug. And say thank you so much for waking up so early with us this morning and just making us feel at home here in Beauregard Parish, Lori.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Okay.
Happy 60th.
Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you very much. Coming up later on Sunrise, its doors haven't opened yet, but when they do, visitors will be offered a detailed look at what helped build not only Beauregard Parish, but many other cities around the country.
We'll talk about the Timber Museum in about 15 minutes.
Here are today's school lunch menus.
Here they are. You can find them at kplctv.com/sunrise. Makes you hungry just reading all of that. Let's check
Every
in with
morning.
meteorologist Ben Terry with forecast.
All right, looking at that bus stop weather this morning, if you heading out the door now, of course, we've talked about it already, but the fog is a problem across most of our area. Temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. We'll be warming up to into the 70s by the next hour, and then we'll put a slight chance of rain in this afternoon. Not a lot of rain, and we're still going to give it an A because of the fact that the rain showers will be so limited in the forecast. 89 for that heading home temperature. All right, we've got more 7 News Sunrise coming up after the break. Stay with us. I think first we're going to look at what's coming up in the next half hour.
Indeed. We'll be joined by DeRidder's Community Service Director to talk about plans to revitalize the downtown, keep the city attractive to tourists and potential employers. 6:28 on 7 News Sunrise.
We'd like to congratulate KPLC for 60 years of bringing our news. From my hometown of Dry Creek, from here at Vintage Girl in downtown DeRidder, and all of Beauregard Parish says, way to go KPLC, way to be 60 years vintage. This is home.
7 News Sunrise, now on the radio. Tune in to KLCL and KJEF on your AM dial. Weekday mornings beginning at 4:30.
ABC Insurance offers a better choice for insurance. ABC will shop the best insurance companies in Louisiana and give you at least 5 competitive quotes. You choose, you save. It's easy. Call, click, or come in. ABC Insurance is a better choice for insurance.
Over the years, our firm has helped many people through some pretty difficult times. I've seen good people get injured and struggle to restore their lives after an accident. I'm Eula Simeon. Some insurance companies will not treat you fairly when you're injured. My firm stands up for what is right. Every day we fight big insurance companies and work to make it right for someone who needs help. If you or a member of your family have been injured in an accident, call us. Simeon & Simeon, protecting your rights.
I got buns. Who wants to see my buns? Oh, no. You got to take me on a date first, baby. Ooh, fill me up with big, juicy flavor. I got garnishings. I'm loaded.
Try Checkers' new $2 Shrimp and Chicken Bites box. Tender shrimp, crispy chicken bites, and our famous seasoned fries in one box. Or try it in Frank's Red Hot Sauce. The new Shrimp and Chicken Bites box, just $2.
Well, aren't you a lucky lady?
Checkers.
It's in the bag.
Cynthia Arsenault, covering the news for Southwest Louisiana.
A motion to end Common Core in Calcasieu Parish fails in front of a packed house of opponents. And we head back out to DeRidder to rejoin John and Brittany on location as part of KPLC's This Is Home Road Tour.
Warmer weather sticking around, and we're going to show you the possibility of more of that fog on the map this morning. Plus, we're going to be talking about a little rain headed back this way in your forecast coming up.
Now, in high definition, sponsored by Nissan of Lake Charles. This is 7 News Sunrise.
It's Wednesday, October 8th, 2014. Hello there, I'm Charlie Haldeman. Brittany and John will join us in just a few minutes. But first, let's turn to meteorologist Ben Terry standing by with a first look at weather. We've been watching that moon all morning and the fog and the visibility.
Yes, we had a good little shot of it here over the lake, but a lot of our weather watchers called in this morning saying they didn't have quite as much luck seeing that eclipse like we've had here downtown. 69, that's a popular temperature from Lake Charles over to Sulphur, even up in DeRidder this morning. 65 in Oakdale and in Acadiana. Some areas, though, are in the 70s. That includes Jennings this morning. Visibility still reduced enough across our area to cause some widespread problems on the roads. That's 171, 165, I-10, all those major thoroughfares where a lot of folks commute this morning. All of those areas will be impacted by the fog outside. Temperatures will slowly climb through the 70s, and once that fog lifts later this morning, we'll have a good little shot there of a little bit of sunshine. Light coming back over the moon, the eclipse coming out of its full stage this morning. So if you can get out there, it's a beautiful shot this morning. It has a reddish tint. We call it a blood moon. And it looks like you have, if you missed it this morning, another chance to see it. But it's not coming back until next year. So get out there and take a look if you've got the ability to. It's a pretty good shot of it over the lake this morning.
All right, thank you, Ben. Calcasieu Parish School Board members hear from Common Core, or rather they hear about Common Core from people on both sides of the issue. The district's chief academic officer presented 3 basic ideas: a timeline of how we got to Common Core, plans in place to support teachers, students, and parents, and consequences should the standards be discontinued mid-year. The opposition shared their own timeline of how to phase out Common Core. The opposition read a motion for board members to discontinue Common Core, but when board member Brian LaRoque tried to add them on as a regular agenda item, it failed. For a complete report, you can visit this story at kplctv.com. KPLC's 60th anniversary celebration continues. We're live in Beauregard Parish with John and Brittany and DeRidder.
Thank you, Charlie. We sure are, right by the Beauregard Parish Museum and across the street from a Manny and Petty place. So
are you
might
want
have
to
to
do
go
that
get
later?
a Manny and a Petty, whatever that is, coming up.
My eyes are on the donuts.
Yes, the Daylight Donuts is just down the street. We're having a great time and such great hospitality here in DeRidder.
Of course, Missy Clayton has been very hospitable to us, too. She is the Community Service Director for the city of DeRidder. DeRidder native yourself. Great to have you joining us this morning.
I'm very happy to be here and so glad that you guys are here just to talk about our wonderful parish.
Absolutely. There's so much to be proud of. And where we are right now, we're in downtown DeRidder. Beautiful Main Street area, and a lot of it can be credited to the Main Street program.
Yes, absolutely. We are a part of the Louisiana Main Street program. We've been established here for a number of years, and really it just kind of makes sense to what we focus on as a city. We're very focused on quality of life, and the Main Street program really just kind of goes hand in hand with that. We are focused on historic preservation, beautification, and just really bringing a focus in events and bringing people downtown to support our local businesses.
What are some things that people can see here downtown?
Well, we have a number of very interesting businesses. We have one of the largest flea markets in town called Treasure City. We have a lovely vintage store. We have a number of restaurants. One of the newly things established downtown is our art gallery. It's a city-owned art gallery, which is run by a wonderful group of artists. They've kind of just taken it by the horns and really have done a fabulous job in making things happen in the art gallery, art classes, some fun painting parties, if you will.
Right.
So that's just one of the things.
Standard store, is that the flea market?
That is,
yeah. That's a great building.
Yes, it's a great, you could kind of get lost in there for a couple of hours.
It's so neat to look at some of the pictures from decades and decades ago and see that so much of it looks the same today, but that took a lot of work to have that preservation. And I love what y'all do with having a lot of the city events down here in this Main Street area.
We do. We were very fortunate to have the AmeriSafe Company donate the funds to build the AmeriSafe Pavilion. And in the pavilion, that's really where we focus on having all of our events. As a matter of fact, we have Downtown at Sundown scheduled for the 16th and the 30th. And that really draws a lot of people. Our police and fire departments, they cook food. We have free music and entertainment, activities for children. So it's a really good time and an opportunity to kind of bring people downtown.
And get people outdoors, too.
Right.
There's a big focus on recreation initiatives and building a new pool in the city of DeRidder.
We're very focused on that. We realize that our city isn't perfect, but we are working very hard to make it that way. And if you drive through town, you'll see that our old West Park swimming pool is being demolished, and we have great plans. We're building a $2.4 million swimming pool there that has unique spray features and slides, and it's going to be a really, really fun.
Kids really like that.
Oh, kids are going to love it. They love the spray park, but they're going to love the swimming pool.
Good deal. Missy Clanton, Community Service Director for the City of DeRidder. We have a special presentation for you.
Yes, we know you stay busy. Don't know if you drink coffee, but
I drink a lot
you
of coffee.
Something in there.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks so much.
That'll be nice to drink it with. All right, let's go back to Ben Terry.
All right, Ben. We'll take a look at the fishing forecast this morning. We're looking at the best times on this Wednesday, coming up later in the day, right about, after the lunch hour, between 12 and 3. You'll have your first one, though, by 8 o'clock this morning, with the sunrise coming up at 7:10 here in just over 30 minutes, that is, as far as the sun coming up. Now, looking at our high tides for today, we'll see those at 7:48 in Lake Charles and 9:07 this evening. At 3:49 this afternoon, if you're going to be heading down to Calcasieu Pass to do a little fishing today, southeast winds at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. There's the latest view of the moon this morning. We're keeping tabs on the total lunar eclipse. If you got a chance to see it, it's coming out of that eclipse phase now. We've been tracking it all morning on our Skycam in Lake Charles. Got a good view of it. It's in the western horizon, so if you head out there this morning and try to see it, you need to have a clear view of the western sky toward the horizon. It's low on the horizon. It is low this morning. So we'll track it for you. Have a look at the rain chances for today coming up here in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you, Ben. Coming up next on this special edition of 7 News Sunrise, we head back to Beauregard Parish. John and Brittany celebrating KPLC's 60th anniversary with the good people of Beauregard Parish. 6:37 on 7 News Sunrise.
The Court of Appeal is the state's second highest court. It's where our most important cases are decided, and it's no place for an inexperienced judge. Judge Ken Savoy has over 13 years of experience behind the bench. During that time, he's served our community with honor, integrity, and distinction. This is no place for on-the-job training. We need an experienced judge on the Court of Appeal. Judge Ken Savoy, experience we deserve, integrity we expect.
Good morning, Southwest Louisiana. This is Greg Vidrine, again with Henderson Implement and Marine, located on East McNee Street, to talk to you about our full line of Polarises. To tell you a little bit more about it, here's Chester.
Polaris, fun, fun, fun. That's right. Whether work or play, we've got them in stock. In the Razor lineup, from 570 all the way up to the brand new 1000 series, with plenty of options to add to your unit. So don't forget, come in and check out the options if you have a unit already, or come by and see a new one. We also got on the Ranger side, 570 all the way up to the 900 series. Single seat, dual seat, all of them in stock. Rain or shine, we can show you the unit of your choice and sell you the options to make it feasible to operate whether you're hunting, working, on the farm, whatever the case may be. Come by and see us at Henderson. Greg Vidrine's got them all. Henderson Implement and Marine, right here on McNee Street, and we've got financing to boot. Polaris, #1 in the U.S.
Your future starts with us. The Golden Nugget Casino Hotel is now hiring qualified and enthusiastic applicants to join our team. Will you be one of over the 2,000 candidates in the areas of gaming, hospitality, retail, and more, chosen to make more money, get the shift that fits your lifestyle, explore new opportunities, work for the best? Yes, you can. Apply online today at goldennuggetlc.com. Make your future golden with Golden Nugget Lake Charles.
Coyote rules number 45. Savor family values. Family dinner is back in style with mesquite grilled goodness, handcrafted tortillas, scrumptious sides, everything you need to be a fajita fa-hero. Coyote Blues chicken fajitas, only $9. Dine in or carry out. When it comes to family values, Coyote rules.
It can happen. In seconds, your life changes forever. Every year, thousands are seriously injured in car wrecks through no fault of their own. At Hoffus Duval, we can help you. We practice one kind of law. We represent people who are injured. That's it. You'll have questions. We'll give you straight answers and fight to get you what you are owed and deserve. That's what it's about, and it's what we do. Call us, Hoffus Duval, at 433-2053.
At Landscape Management, we are full-time planners of custom landscapes, ponds, and water features. We can handle every stage of your project or assist you with choosing the right products for your project. Landscape Management offers a fully stocked landscape supply house for the do-it-yourself landscaper or landscape contractors. You can pick up supplies at our location, or we can gladly deliver all of your plants, soils, mulches, decorative stone, aggregates, and much more. Make this season the time to add beauty and value to your home with a little help from us at Landscape Management.
We are back in downtown DeRidder at the Beauregard Museum as the This Is Home tour continues in honor of our 60th anniversary here at KPLC, and joined by Ava Manette Porter. Your friends call you Manette, right? Yes. Good deal. You look like a Manette. You are all dressed up and looking good this morning.
She's fashionable. She's an interior designer, and she's responsible for setting up DeRidder's soon-to-be-opened Timber Museum. If you haven't driven by downtown DeRidder, then you might have missed it. Just past City Hall. Beautiful, really neat historic building. Now, the mayor told us one of the biggest challenges with setting it up was deciding what to put inside of it.
And that's why they got you.
Yeah.
Okay, my plan is to change the furniture periodically. For Christmas, we're going to put a Victorian sofa in the living room.
Fabulous.
Along with the rustic atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I was donated last week a wicker sofa that we're working on right now, so it's in progress. What the city has done before they handed it over to me is just beautiful.
You come from a timber family.
Yes, I do. My father was the foreman that ran Baker's Camp when I was born. So a lot of my friends are descendants of loggers, and I'm getting some fabulous stories about the older generation.
And it's great to keep that alive. Younger people might not realize so much of the timber industry is what really built Beauregard Parish.
It is, and the DeRidder family came in because of the opportunity to make money in this part of the world. And I'm so glad that my grandmother told me when she was a little girl, this area, there were so many pine trees, and they were huge, that the sun couldn't get through.
Wow.
And she said there were no weeds. It was like a park.
Oh, my God.
The old yellow pines that we always
She said it was beautiful. So I'm so glad she told me that when I was a little girl.
Manette, do you know when the Timber Museum will be opening, the house?
I think probably next spring.
Okay.
There's a lot of detail work to be done. I'm working on window treatments of what would a young woman have done if she had come into this wilderness.
Oh, goodness.
How would she make things pretty?
When she came to the Standard and bought her stuff, huh? Yeah.
The Standard wasn't there yet.
Yeah, right. Okay.
It was the company store.
Good deal.
And, so I'm working on window treatments that would have been done by hand or screened.
We're looking forward to that. So next spring we'll definitely come back.
And I'm asking for a lot of help for ladies who have these pretties that they would like to display periodically.
Very good. Thank you for joining us. We've got a Sunrise coffee mug for you. And we'll go back to Ben.
You didn't even have to play trivia.
All right, looking at temperatures this morning into the 60s and 70s. After the break, I'll be back to break down the rest of the day's weather. We'll see if there's any more of those rain showers in our forecast. Plus, we'll get the latest look at the eclipse, getting a little light in the sky, so it's getting a little harder to see the moon. We've still got to check on that for you coming up after the break.
The 7-Storm Team Weather Watcher Network is sponsored by Mark Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
In an elegant New York City mansion,
billionaire Michael Bloomberg sleeps safely. A team of armed guards protects him. But Bloomberg wants to take away your right to self-defense. He's pushing extreme gun control. And Senator Landrieu is helping him do it. Bloomberg spends millions to elect Landrieu. And Landrieu voted for the Bloomberg gun control agenda. Defend your rights. Defeat Senator Landrieu. The NRA Political Victory Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
You can access your account from your computer, and the FMBD mobile banking app gives you real-time access to your account.
Right from my phone?
That's right. It also offers express deposits, so you can deposit your checks with your smartphone.
All free.
All free with your account.
So I get checking, online banking, and a full-service mobile banking app from your community bank.
And e-statements that filter your online bill payments into one monthly communication.
It looks like I could take care of banking wherever I have a signal.
That's smarter banking for a new generation.
That's why FNBD is my bank.
Just because you're in an accident doesn't mean you need a lawyer. But when someone else's fault causes serious injury or worse, a loss of life, you need a law firm that has experience handling serious injury cases. You need Broussard & Hart. Call right now. Talk with me about your case. For a serious injury or death case, call Broussard & Hart. We're serious attorneys for serious cases.
It's Truck Month, where you save $8,500 with supplier pricing on Silverado crew cabs and educators. Get supplier pricing on most every new Chevrolet at Billy DeMar Chevrolet.
Jamie's prosecuted tough child abuse cases. He's ready to do the job as judge.
Yes, for Yelverton.
Jamie's been in business and knows what business needs to create jobs.
Jamie Yelverton.
Jamie is a Christian. He'll protect our religious rights.
Yes, for Yelverton.
Jamie is a rock-solid conservative.
Enforce the law, not make the law. Protect the Constitution, not ignore it.
Jamie Yelverton, Court of Appeal.
Wouldn't it be wonderful to have a great smile and not have to worry about your teeth? At Robinson Dental Group Family Dentistry, we take care of things like that. Our sedation dentistry helps people stay more relaxed and comfortable during their dental visit. Dental implants can make a big and permanent difference in a person's life. It's good to know you don't have to live with tooth problems.
Robinson Dental Group offers a free new patient exam with complete mouth x-rays. Call us. We'll see you today.
The 7 News Sunrise Business Report is sponsored by Robinson Dental Group. Now, your pinpoint forecast with meteorologist Ben Terry.
All right, sun coming up in about 20 minutes, but we've still got a view of the moon here on our sky cam. We've had a beautiful perspective all morning, clear over the lake. This is looking off into the low horizon toward the west. You can see the coming out of the total eclipse now, reddish hue to the moon. We've had a lot of good photos sent in to us from weather watchers this morning, and the light now coming back over from the top there of the moon. So if you got a chance to enjoy it, hopefully you got to see some pretty spectacular sights this morning. Low 70s, upper 60s Lake Charles right now. We got 71 in Jennings, and in DeRidder right now temperatures currently at 69. We checked in with our weather watchers this morning. Allen up in Beauregard Parish and Sugartown, 70-year temperature. We've got 65 from Fay Jones and Oakdale, 66 that is from Jim Lonis and Topsy. Still that fog is out there. Visibility is reduced. As I mentioned earlier, all the major corridors, 165, 171, and I-10, all are going to be impacted by that fog this morning, north, south, east, and west. Throughout the afternoon, we will have the sun returning, and that's going to warm us on up into the upper 80s with a slight possibility of a shower. We're not really talking much about the rain. The active storm track continues to remain out over northern Georgia, where we've got a series of storms that have been pretty strong there overnight into the Nashville area, but all that is moving north and east, bypassing us as the jet stream takes a little bit of a lift back to the north. That means our temperatures will be staying warm over these next few days. Here's our futurecast look at this afternoon. It's showing a pop-up shower, but I'm going no more than a 10 to 20% chance of rain today and tomorrow, as there's just not going to be much there to trigger the showers. By Friday, though, we'll take a little bit of a dip in the jet stream that will send an upper level trough our way. I do feel like that by Friday there will be a little bit of a better likelihood of seeing some afternoon showers. Then longer range, we're talking next Monday or Tuesday, possibly talking about a front heading this way, which would bring us a better rain chance toward the end of the 7-day forecast. 89 for the high today. There are your rain chances gradually increasing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but no more than about a 30% chance of rain there as we head towards Saturday, Sunday. As the front gets closer, we will go up a little bit higher on that rain chance by early next week. That's a look at your forecast. Now we'll send it back out to John and Brittany.
Thanks so much,
good
Ben.
morning, everyone.
We are back in beautiful downtown DeRidder at the Beauregard Parish Museum. And earlier we told you the story of how the parish got its name.
Yeah, revisiting some of the parish's past now, we take a look at where the community in which we sit right this minute derives its namesake. Here again.
Financed the Kansas City Southern Railroad. And that was the first railroad to come through DeRidder, going from Kansas City all the way down to the Gulf. The man who financed it was from Holland, and he was given the privilege of naming some of the towns along the line. So he named DeRidder after his niece, Ellen de Kidder. Now, if you will allow me to say this, some people have lost their sense of history. For example, about 40 miles north, there's a town called Zawali, and they sort of think that their heritage is Mexican, even to the extent that every year they have the Zawali Tamale Festival. But in fact, the name of their town is not Zawali. The name of their town is Zwolle, and that's Dutch. And the gentleman who named DeRidder also named Zwolle.
Fascinating history. Of course, you're hearing from local historian Ron Roberts, who also is the mayor here.
He is. I guess we should call it the Zwolle Tamale Festival then.
That doesn't sound quite as
it doesn't.
appetizing. No. Well, still to come this morning, we'll show you what's coming up on later editions of 7 News as we continue our 60th anniversary. This is Home Tour here in Beauregard Parish.
But now let's send it back to Charlie in the studio.
All right. Thank you, John and Brittany. We'll talk about plenty of stuff coming from Beauregard Parish and DeRidder. Hear the story behind the mural at Beauregard Tourist Commission's office. But first, we are saying happy birthday to a lot of folks in 7 News Sunrise at 6:52.
Birthdays on 7 News Sunrise is sponsored by Mark Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
If you want to save thousands, shop Mark in October. The deals will absolutely amaze you.
Huge savings like a 14 Dodge Avenger SE with automatic air, satellite radio, Uconnect with Bluetooth, alloy wheels, keyless entry, and much more for only $15,995.
Huge discounts like $12,000 off a 2014 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorn.
And we have 0% financing for 72 months on select models. So remember, you'll always get more at Mark in Lake Charles.
I'm Mary Landrew, and I approve this message.
When you're in the military, you remember those who walked the extra mile with you. And Senator Mary Landrews walked miles with us. She saved Fort Polk from being closed and strengthened our bases at Barksdale and Belle Chase. Senator Landrieu's the one who got our troops armored vehicles to withstand roadside bombs, saving lives. And she helped turn around 100,000 young lives with the National Guard Youth Challenge. That's why I'm with Mary.
Hi, I'm Sam Hebert. Perhaps we should talk.
Looking for the perfect family-friendly Water's Edge dining experience? Looking for a great place to relax with friends old and new, all while enjoying ice-cold drinks and live music? Looking for a wonderful, fun-loving atmosphere that truly celebrates our Cajun culture? Well, look no further than Louisiana's best-kept secret, Regatta LA Seafood and Steakhouse. For an experience like no other, you've got to go to a place like no other. Regatta LA Seafood and Steakhouse, downtown Lake Arthur. RegattaRestaurantLA.com.
Right now at Market Basket, swift loin and pork chops, $1.47 a pound. Kraft macaroni and cheese, 7.25 ounce, 3 for $2. Market Basket, now that's a lower price.
Good morning, Southwest Louisiana. This is Greg Vidrine with Henderson Implement and Marine, located on East McNeese Street, to talk to you about our full line of Polarises. Here to give you more information is Chester.
Polaris, whether it's a Razor, 570 to the new 1000, or whether it's a Ranger, 570 to 900, we've got them in stock, under the roof, rain or shine, easy shopping, financing available to match your budget. Come see us today at Henderson Implement Marine, right here on East McNeese Street.
7 News Sunrise, now on the radio. Tune in to KLCL and KJEF on your AM dial. Weekday mornings beginning at 4:30.
All right, well, we've pretty much followed the eclipse from start to finish this morning. Here it is. Of course, the sun is starting to come up, and that means that it's getting a little harder to see, but it's coming out of that total eclipse phase. If you get a chance, you can still see the last part of it this morning as we continue to track it for you. We're also going to be tracking some rain chances, which will be gradually increasing throughout the next few days. Now, today, tomorrow, not looking like it will be much of a problem for us, which means temperatures will get a chance to warm into the upper 80s, lows at night upper 60s to near 70, with that better chance of rain by early next week.
6:56, John and Brittany in DeRidder with a big crowd around them, guys.
And it's just a few minutes before 7 o'clock, and we're in downtown DeRidder today for KPLC's 60th anniversary. This is Home Road Tour.
And our friends that have become family out here have joined us this morning.
Good
We're having
crowd.
a great time. Now, if you've never visited the Beauregard Tourist Commission's office here, you've never seen the mural that adorns the wall inside the building that used to be a post office.
The Works Project Administration, or the WPA, sought to hire unemployed Americans during the Great Depression to complete public works projects. The painting was one of them, and there's quite a story behind it.
For more on that, here again is Ron Roberts.
They hired artists to paint murals in public buildings, and this particular one was painted by Conrad Albrizio. Conrad Albrizio was teaching at LSU at that time. Today, people will tell you that Conrad Albrizio is America's foremost muralist. He studied in New York City. He was in New York City at the same time as Thomas Hart Benton, and I think they have some things in common. As a matter of fact, if you go to the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville, there was a painting there by Thomas Hart Benton, which in my mind looks exactly like this one. But this painting was supposed to depict rural free delivery. So the man on the horse is the mailman. And he has just delivered the mail to the gentleman sitting on the fence. So the man sitting on the fence is reading his mail. But there are a number of interesting things.
For those interesting things, tune in today at noon and tonight at 5 and 6 to find out more of the story behind the mural.
It's a great place to visit, that's true. Coming up after the break, we'll preview what else is to come in our This Is Home Road Tour this evening. Stay with us.
And of course, Agnes will be back here today at noon. We are looking forward to all of that. She will be at the hanging jail here in DeRidder at noon.
Guests on our show include Misty Clanton, who will be back to talk more about happening in DeRidder coming up in the near future, and artist Thomas Avant and his hand-carved wooden sculptures.
That's all today at noon with Agnes Derwin. Now, we hope you enjoyed our visit to DeRidder this morning as much as we did.
We sure did. Thank you all for coming out and watching us, and donuts for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah. Have a great day, everyone. The Today Show is next here on KPLC.
Now with the KP